વરસાદ બહુ છે ને, બહાર બહુ ખરાબ છે વેધર, એટલે બધું લેટ. હા, ટ્રાફિક બહુ હોય એટલે તમે પહેલા ફેર લો એટલે હમણાં દૂર આવે ને તો એનું નીકળો. ના, ફિલ્લીથી ટ્રાફિક આવે. ટ્રાફિક બહુ. मुबारक हो। जय श्री कृष्ण। क्या हुआ आज? कहाँ है वो? छुपे हुए? सब बारिश में घर में रह गए, जबकि आज इतना अच्छा मौसम है बाहर, और आज तो ना it's not too much cold, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're letting the like one. मेरे को तो कभी नीचे आकर के वो बच्चों से पूछना पड़ा। क्या करती? गैस पर से विचार आई है कि गैस वाला कोई करी है कब नहीं हम लोग को स्टार्ट होने वाली है। हाँ, हम दोनों में बैठे बताना था ना, तैयारी कहाँ करी? अभी एकदम दिखा था, पता है फोन नहीं करा था मैंने, सीधा दर्शन करने आ जाए। और लोग भी है। तो तैयारी में कितना बार गया? 1.5 कलाक है। जय श्री कृष्ण। केम छो? मजाમાં? બેત્રણ તો તમારે થાળીમાં રાખો. એ અહીંયા હા 3-4 જે છે ને તમારી થાળીમાં. હા 3 એક જ છે ત્યાં તો 4. नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गम् सीता समारोपितवामभागम् पाणौ महाशायकचारुचापम् नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। माता रामो मत्पिता रामचन्द्रः स्वामी रामो मत्सखा रामचन्द्रः सर्वस्वं मे रामचन्द्रो दयालुः नान्यं जाने नैव जाने न जाने। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं
भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् वर्जनं भवबीजानां अर्जनं सुखसम्पदाम् तर्जनं यमदूतानां श्रीराम रामेति गर्जनम् रामो राजमणि सदा विजयते रामं रमेशं भजे रामेणाभिहता निशाचरचमू रामाय तस्मै नमः रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम् रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे ओ राम मामुद्धर. The Aruna Yogi Raj, he made the Rama's deity, right, in Ayodhya. And when it was established according to the Vedic scripture, he said, I couldn't recognize that it was built by me. Aruna Yogi Raj. Huh? Great people. Great person. Besos નું કરીએ 6-5 થઈ ગઈ.
કેમ છો મજામાં? બસ મજામાં. તમે બસ
too much traffic. Yeah, one more person. Yeah, this time is Hilly thi bahut traffic bahut these days. Especially from the Green Tree to until Berlin, right? Oh, slowly.
Yeah, rains also. Yeah, it's not very foggy.
Foggy.
A lot of fog.
So how was this morning?
But morning was good. We had some devotees coming in. Yeah, it was good, very good. And yesterday was very good.
Yeah, over there.
Maganji was a Jewish and Hindu.
Actually, Sudhirbai should have been there.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
No, should have been.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
had some another things.
Yeah, they had the rabbi,
Acha.
so we should have a priest.
A lot of
okay.
rabbis are in southern New Jersey.
The moderator was
And a lot of their institutions also in Cherry Hill, in Malton, in Woolhees.
Oh, they are huge.
Huge.
Jewish, yeah. The community is very strong community.
Okay.
But it's strong and very devoted.
Yes.
Very devoted. आप उनके बच्चों को देखिए, because मेरे neighbor थे.
And they are united.
Oh, of course.
I was telling
Of course.
yesterday,
Oh, yeah.
our biggest enemies for Hindus
Correct.
are the Hindus themselves.
Yeah, precisely.
You read articles on CNN, I read all. Okay, the writer is always Hindu, anti-Hindu. When they write the story.
Oh yeah, the leftist always.
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Washington
Hindu
Post, all those.
fundamentalist.
CNN, yeah. Very much at it. Yeah.
Because unfortunately the problem.
If you do something good over there, they never. Always.
Because everybody in our community.
कबीरा निंदक
हर कोई
राखिए.
जो है ना वो अपने आप को सुपर दिखाने की कोशिश करता है.
Kabir Das ji said,
Unfortunately.
those
अभी
who
आपने
are
देखा होगा कि वो जो
not agree with your think, always keep them inside. Always keep.
Yeah, so that they
So
cannot.
nindak niyere rakhi. So whenever some person they do our ninda, we have opportunity to increase our soul. Right? Okay, now almost 6:10. So first, Jai Shri Krishna, Namaste everyone. Today is Pausha month, Chandra month. Chandra man is the Pausha month, and Tithi is the Purnima, full moon day. So Paushi Purnima. First, please check your puja thali if anything missing from my side. So in the puja thali, in one steel plate, you can see the 6 cups.
Normally photo होता है.
Hey, आपको
Satyanarayana.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah. First, check the puja thali. You have the 6 cups. So white rice, red color kumkum, yellow color turmeric powder, orange color sindoor, yellow, white color abir, and pink color gulal, right? And some fruits you have. Nara chadi, sopari, chana. Today only we have a very few betel leaf. So, and you have a flower petal bowl, right? And for pouring the dirty water, you have empty bowl, right? And you have 4 copper plate, you can see, right? And 1 water pot. Make sure, yeah. So be careful, water is inside. So water is inside, right? No, so here, sorry. So water is inside. Please pay attention. And you have 1 Ganesha deity, for the Navagraha 1 supari, and 1 Achmani Panchpatra. So Achmani Panchpatra means a small copper pot with either diji.
You open that?
First open it.
Yeah, open it and you put it there.
कहीं भी रखो, बैठो। मिश्रा जी भी आ रहे हैं?
हाँ आएंगे अभी ऑफिस से।
मतलब आपके साथ में नहीं?
नहीं साथ।
अच्छा ठीक, चलिए फिर शुरू कर सकते। रखिए यहाँ मिडिल में रखिए, आप पहले बैठिए, आराम से बैठिए, झोला को साइड में कर लीजिए, कोई आएगा। हाँ पान, ये देखो मैंने अनाउंस कर दिया कि वी हैव नो पान, राइट?
और ये ऐसे ही
क्या थोड़ी देर के लिए रख दीजिए, फिर बाद में फ्रिज में, बिकॉज इट्स सेंसिटिव आइटम। Manna, what is your name? Arab. Arab Kumar Mishra, right? Or Arab Mishra, or Mishra? Yes. Mishra, great. So now we are almost now 6:12 right now. Chalo, message. Now pay attention, and we have 1.5 hours or less than that. So we have to start the puja. First, take a little bit water on your right palm and sprinkle on your body. Om apavitraha pavitro va sarvavastham gatopi va jasmareta pundarikaaksham sarvahya vyantaraha suchihi pundarikaksha punadamam pundarikaksha punadamam pundarikaksha punadamam. It was called purification. Mantra snan. Now next is the achmani. So again take the water and drink it 3 times. Om Keshavaya Namaha Swaha. Drink it. Om Madhavaya Namaha Swaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha Swaha. And 4th time, just clean your hands in the similar plate. Om Hrishikeshaya Namaha Swaha. Hasta Praksharanam. You can see you have the paper napkin near your puja thali. Now next is the Tilak Karanam. So in the second cup, red color kumkum powder. Help each other. Mataji ko mat lagana. Om swastina indro vradhasravaha swastina pukha vishwavedaha swastina staraksho varshtanemihi swastino brihaspatirdadhatu Om chandaram vandate nityam pavitram. हो गया हनुमान जी मत बना हो गया बच्चे को दो तो हनुमान जी बन जाए, राइट? हाँ। ओम चंद्रम मददे नित्यं पवित्रं पापनाशनम आपदाम हरते नित्यं लक्ष्मी तिष्ठति सर्वदा चंदन तिलक करणम ततः प्रार्थना पूर्वक नमस्करोमि. Then close your hand and just pray to the God. ओम देव शांति अंतरिक्षगुं शांति पृथ्वी शांतिराप शांतिरौषधय शांतिर्वनस्पतयः शांतिर्विश्वे देवाः शांतिर्ब्रह्म शांति सर्वगुं शांति शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांतिरेधि. ओम सुशांतिर्भवतु ओम सुशांतिर्भवतु ओम सर्वारिष्ट सुशांतिर्भवतु. First bow down to Lord Ganapati. ओम भगवते श्रीमन् महागणपतये नमः. ओम लक्ष्मी नारायणाभ्यां नमः. ओम उमा महेश्वराभ्यां नमः. ओम वाणी हिरण्यगर्भाभ्यां नमः. ओम शशि पुरंद्राभ्यां नमः. Then namaskar to your both side parent. ओम माता पितृ चरण कमलेभ्यो नमः. नमस्कार टू योर इष्ट देवता कुल देवता. ओम इष्ट देवताभ्यो नमः. ओम कुल देवताभ्यो नमः. ओम ग्राम देवताभ्यो नमः. ओम स्थान देवताभ्यो नमः. ओम वास्तु देवताभ्यो नमः. ओम सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमः. ओम सर्वेभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमः. एतत् कर्म प्रधान भगवती महालक्ष्मी सहिताय श्री सत्य देवाय नमः. Was the 14 namaskara. After the 14 namaskara, next step is the sankalpa. So one family, only one sankalpa. So head of the household, just hold the one flower petal on your right palm, a little bit rice, and a little bit water. ओम सुमुखश्चैक दन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकः लंबोदरश्च विकटो विघ्ननाशो विनायकः धूम्रकेतुर्गणाध्यक्षो भालचन्द्रो गजाननः. द्वादशैतानि नामानि जः पठे शृणुयादपि विद्यारम्भे विवाहे च प्रवेशे निर्गमे तथा संग्रामे संकटे चैव विघ्नस्तस्य न जायते. शुक्लाम्बरधरं देवं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये. अभीप्सितार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं पूजितो यः सुरासुरैः सर्वविघ्नहरस्तस्मै गणाधिपतये नमः. सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. Just chant the 3 times. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnura Vishnura. Now on behalf of you, I am going to say Sankalpa in Sanskrit language. Om Vishnura Vishnura Harira Harihi. Om Namah Paramatmane Shri Purana Purushottamasya Shri Vishnuragya Pravartamanasya ब्रह्मणो हनि द्वितीय प्रार्थे श्री श्वेतवाराह कल्पे क्रौंचक द्वीपे रमणक वर्षे ऐन्द्रिक खंडे उत्तरी अमेरिकायाः न्यू जर्सी राज्ये बर्लिन स्थित सनातन हिंदू मंदिर प्रांगण स्थित स्थान विशेषे मासोत्तमे मासे शुभे पुण्य पवित्रतमे मासे पौषे मासे शुक्ले पक्षे पूर्णिमायां तिथौ वासरः वासरस्तु गुरुवासरे. देन से योर गोत्र अमुक अमुक गोत्राणाम. तुम्हारा तो भारद्वाज है, राइट? काश्यप, आपका कात्यायन. अमुक अमुक गोत्रस्य. देन से योर नेम, चैंट योर नेम. अमुक अमुक यू आर कुमार, कुमारस्य देव्याः महोदयः. देन ऑल फैमिली मेंबर्स नेम. सकल कुटुंबस्य सकल परिवार सहितस्य श्रुति स्मृति पुराणोक्त वेदोक्त पुण्य फल प्राप्त्यर्थम अप्राप्त लक्ष्मी प्राप्त्यर्थम प्राप्त लक्ष्मी चिरकाल संरक्षणार्थम मम मनोविलसित मनोकामना अभिपूर्ति संसिद्धि अर्थम आधिदैविक आदि भौतिकाध्यात्मिक त्रिविधता समरोपणार्थम धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ संसिद्ध्यर्थम अद्य दिने सायं काले महालक्ष्मी वेलायां भगवती महालक्ष्मी सहिताः भगवान श्री सत्यनारायण देवता प्रीत्यर्थम यथा ज्ञानेन मिलितोपचारेण पूजा पूर्वकम तत्कथा श्रवणं चाहं करिष्ये. Whatever it is in your hand, just offer the front of Lord Ganesha. तथंगत्वेन प्रथमं गणपति पूजनं कलशाराधनं नवग्रह पूजनं दीप पूजनं चाहं करिष्ये. Now close your hand. Next step is the Vigrakshan. ओम जय तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति श्रीकाहस्तानि खंगिनः ते खागुं सहस्रयोजनेव धन्वानि तन्मसि. ओम सर्वदिक्पालेभ्यो नमः. देन नमस्कार टू दिस बेल. ओम आगमनार्थं तु देवानां गमनार्थं तु राक्षसां घंटानादं प्रकुर्वीत पश्चात् घंटां प्रपूजयेत. ओम Who stay in the well? Garudaji. Om Garudaya Namaha. Om Pakshirajaya Namaha. Then namaskar to this conch. Om Panchanyaya Vidmahe. Om Manaya Dhimahi Tanno Shankha Prachodayat. Om Shankhastha Padmavatyai Namaha. Shankhastha Padmavatyai Namaha. Saklopcharantakan Nakshata. Puspani Samara Vayami Namaskaromi. Then we have here lamp. So pray to this lamp. Om Bhodeepa Brahma Rupasvam Karma Sakshi Yavagna Krata Javat Puja Samaptir Syat Tavatvam Swasthiro Bhava. Om Deepa Lakshmi Namaha. Om Sandhya Deepaya Namaha. Now next step is the Ganapati Pujan. So please take some flower petal from this bowl, and Magan bhai, you have it, and you have it here. In case if you need it, it is here. Okay. थोड़े फूल उसमें भर रखो थाली के अंदर. क्या बनाना है ना? सामने में ही. चल. Now first we are going to do puja of the Lord Ganapati. So before starting the Ganapati puja, bring the Ganesha's plate at your front. Ganesh na murti agar lai lo. Next shloka is the very common shloka. Om Viganeshwara. Take the flower petal and rice in your hand. Om Viganeshwaraya Varadaya Surapriyaya Lambodaraya Sakalaya Jagaditaya Naganaraya Srutiyagna Vibhushitaya Gauri Sutaya Gananatha Namo Namaste Namo Devyai Mahadevyai Shivaya Satatam Namaha Namaha Prakatyai Bhadrayai Niyataha Pranataha Smatam Om Bhurvasvaha Bhagavate Shri Siddhi Buddhi Subha Labha Sahita Sriman Mahaganapataye Namaha Dhyayami Avahayami Asthapayami Puja Yami. Now take the copper spoon, the small copper spoon, and 4 times water offered to Lord Ganapati. Om Deva Satva Sabdo Prashashnorvahobhyam Poshno Hastabhyam Om Etani Patya Araghachamaniya Asnaniya Punarasha Maniyani Bhagavate Shri Ganesha Ambikabhyam Namaha. Use the Panchamrita. You can see one foam cup you have with a plastic spoon. Use the plastic spoon. Offer the Panchamrita little bit. 5 times to Lord Ganapati. Om Panchanadya Saraswati Mapijanti Sasrotasah Saraswati tu Panchadha Sodese Abhavat Sarita Panchamritam Mayanitam Payodare Gritam Madhu Sarakaraya Jasamayuktam Ashnanartham Prati Grihasamba Om Bhurvasva Bhagavate Shri Siddhi Buddhi Sulabha Sameta Sriman Mahaganapatayar Mahaganesham Vikabhyam Panchamrita Snaniyam Samara Payami. Then use the water. Slowly water using the spoon, copper spoon. Offer to the Lord Ganapati. Om Shri Narada Vacha Pranamya Sirasha Devam Gauri Putram Vinayakam Bhakta Vasam Smare Nityam Ayushkamartha Siddhaye Prathamam Vakratundam Cha Ekadantam Dutiyakam Tritiyam Krishna Pikacham Gajavakram Chaturthakam Lambodaram Panchamam Cha Sashtam Vikatameva Cha Saptamam Vighna Rajendram Dhumravaranam Tadhathamam Navam Bhalachandram Cha Dashamam Tu Vinayakam Ekadasham Ganapatim Dvadasham Tu Gajaranam Dvadashaitani Namani Trisandhyam Jaha Patinnaraha Naucha Vighna Bhayam Tasya Sarvasiddhi Karamparam Vidyarthi Labhate Vidyam Dhanarthi Labhate Dhanam Putrarthi Labhate Putran Moksharthi Labhate Gatim Japete Labhate Stotram Khadagirmasai Labheta Sambatsarena Siddhim Cha Labhate Natra Samshaya Ashtabhyo Brahmanebhyascha Likitvaja Samarpayeta Tasya Vidya Bhave Sarva Ganeshasya Prasadataha Iti Sri Narada Purane Sankatanasram Ganapati Stotram Sampurnam. Now use the water cup and pour it on to the Lord Ganapati. Clean him, wipe him, and dirty water put it in the empty bowl. ओम गंगे च जमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदे सिंधु कावेरी स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः भगवते श्री सिद्धि बुद्धि शुभलाभ समेत श्रीमन् महागणपतये नमः। शुद्धोदक स्नानीयं समर्पयामि। Use the paper napkin, clean it, and dirty water, put it in the empty steel bowl, and that copper plate, clean it. तो उसमें डाल कॉपर प्लेट को थोड़ा पानी डाल के क्लीन कर। पानी चाहिए तो इधर है हंसाबेन, अब पानी चाहिए ना जग से।
या
अलका जी आपको चाहिए देखो। आपके पिताजी क्या संस्कृत के विद्वान थे लगता है,
हाँ संस्कृत को आती है,
इसलिए आपका नाम अलका रखा है, मुझे समझ आ गया। Kalidasa scripture, so many places, Alkapuri, especially in the Meghdut, written by Kalidas. Yep. Okay. Now you can see you have the red color thread. Yeah. Take water, Munna. Take, yeah. Take one Nara Chadi, red color thread, Mauli Dhaga. Just put it nearby. You need it. Okay. Take one thread, just only one. Make a loop. Om Basoho Pavitramasi Satadharam Basoho Pavitramasi Sahasradharam Devasatva Savita Punada Basoho Pavitrena Shatadharena Supwa Kama Dukshaha. Om Bhurvaswaha. Make a loop like lapet karke. Om Bhurvaswaha Bhagavate Shri Ganeshambikabhyam Namaः. Om Idam Vastrupavastram Samarpayami. Then use the all kind of powders, kumkum, haldi, sindoor. आसन तो मैंने तो क्या? ये तो पहला मुक्कू पड़े ना प्लेट में अंदर आसन। फूल नहीं पाखड़ी मुक्कू ने। नागरवेल ना पान तो तमें जो ये। अच्छा चलो। ओम कुमकुमं कामना दिव्यं कामनी काम संभवं कुंकुमिनार्चितो देव अतः शांतिं प्रयच्छमे। ओम सिंदूरं शोभनं रक्तं सौभाग्यं सुखवर्धनं शुभदं कामदं चैव सिंदूरं प्रति गृह्यताम्। Then little bit rice. ओम अक्षताश्च सुरश्रेष्ठ कुंकुमाक्ताश्च शोभिता मया निवेदितो भक्त्या गृहाण गणनायक. Little bit flower petal. ओम माल्यादीनि सुगंधीनि मालत्यादीनि वै प्रभो मया हृतानि पुष्पाणि पूजार्थं प्रति गृह्यताम्। ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः भगवते श्री गणेश अंबिकाभ्यां नमः. Then take one fruit in your hand. ओम धूपम आघ्रापयामि दीपकं संदर्शयामि धूप दीपान्ते शुद्धाचमनीयं समर्पयामि धूप दीपान्ते शुद्धाचमनीयं समर्पयामि. ततः नैवेद्यम. Take one fruit in your hand and sprinkle the water a little bit. ओम त्वदीय आपका चम्मच उल्टा है. ओम त्वदीय वस्तु गोविंद तुभ्यमेव समर्पितं गृहाण सुमुखो भूत्वा प्रसीद पुरुषोत्तम. ओम ब्रह्मार परम ब्रह्मवे ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्म कर्म समाधिना. ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः भगवते श्री गणेशाम्बिकाभ्यां नमः. इदं कदली फल काश्मीर फल नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि. And then feed him 5 times, offer him 5 times. Om pranaya swaha, om apanaya swaha, om vyanaya swaha, om udanaya swaha, om samanaya swaha. 5 times water using the copper spoon. Yeah, do not offer in the Ganesha's plate, in your plate, copper plate. Om madhye madhye paniyam jalam samarpayami, uttaraposanam samarpayami, hasta prakshalanam samarpayami, mukha prakshalanam samarpayami, karudvararthe gandham samarpayami. Now close your hand and do the 3 times pradakshina. How Naresh bhai, Jai Shri Krishna. Om jani kani cha papani janamantara kritani cha tani sarvani nashyantu pradakshina पदे पदे इदं मंत्र प्रदक्षिणाम ओम भगवते श्री गणेशंबिकाभ्यां नमः मंत्र प्रदक्षिणाम समर्पयामि मंत्र प्रदक्षिणान्ते टेक द फ्लावर पेटल and rice in your hand and do the final namaskar. ओम लंबोदरं परम सुंदरम एकदंतं रक्तांबरं त्रिनयनं परमं पवित्रम् उज्ज्वल दिवाकर करोज्ज्वल कायकान्तं विघ्नेश्वरं सकल विघ्नहरं नमामि वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकारयेषु सर्वदा नमो देव्यै महादेव्यै शिवायै सततं नमः नमः प्रकृत्यै भद्रायै नियताः प्रणताः स्मताम् ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः भगवते श्री सिद्धि बुद्धि शुभलाभ सहित श्रीमन् महागणपतये नमः गणेशंबिकाभ्यां नमः प्रार्थना पूर्वकं नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि अनेन कृतेन पूजनेन भगवान् श्री महागणपति देवता प्रियतां नमः नमः बोल गजानन गणपति महाराज की जय गणपति बप्पा मंगल मूर्ति yeah now carefully just take the plate touch it on your forehead and give it to me you can give it to him ओम मनोजोत्रिजुगतामाजिस्य बृहस्पतिर्जगमिमन्तनुत्वरिष्टं जगगुं सममं दधातु विश्वे देवास इहमादयन्तामो प्रतिष्ठा in a mind. So we did the Ganesh Puja. After Ganesh Puja, bring the copper pot, means water pot, right? In the at the front of you. Be careful what is inside. Kalash. So take out the coconut. Put one. Take out coconut. हटा दीजिए. Take banana leaf. Take one leaf, and the root should be down. Yeah, that's it. Leaf. Put it in. Yeah, and that's it. Coconut नीचे रखिए. Coconut अभी नीचे रखिए. Floor पर. Now use your right hand and touch the kalash. ओम कलशस्य मुखे विष्णु कंठे रुद्र समाश्रितः मूले तस्य स्थितो ब्रह्मा मध्ये मातृगणाः स्मृताः कुक्षौ तु सागराः सर्वे सप्तद्वीपा वसुन्धरा ऋग्वेदो अथ यजुर्वेदः सामवेदो ह्यथर्वणः अंगैश्च सहिताः सर्वे कलशस्य तु समाश्रिताः अत्र गायत्री सावित्री शांति पुष्टि करी तथा आयान्तु देव पूजार्थं दुरितक्षय कारकाः 4 times water put it inside the kalash. ओम गंगे च जमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदे सिंधु कावेरी जले अस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु कावेरी तुंगभद्रा च कृष्णवेत्या च गौतमी भागीरथी च विख्याता पंचगंगा प्रकीर्तिताः. Take one flower petal, turmeric powder, rice and put it inside the kalash. सकलोपचारार्थे गंधाक्षता पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि. Turmeric powder, little bit rice. अभी गुलाल क्या किया? Just turmeric powder for the सर्वौषधि सप्तमृत्तिका सर्वौषधि रत्न આ બધું નાખવું પડે તેના માટે ચોખા હળદર right બરોબર ને ચાલ now take the coconut and make sure coconut's eyes should be up. ओम श्रेष्ठते लक्ष्मी शपथन्याव होरात्रे पार्श्व नक्षत्राणि रूपमस्नो व्यातम मैखन्निखानां मैखान सर्वलोकम ईशान ओम इदं श्री फलम समर्पयामि. Then little bit akshata on the coconut. ओम मनोजूत्रिजुगतामाजिस्य बृहस्पतिर्जगमिमन्तनुत्वरिष्टं जगगुं समदधातु विश्वे देवा स इहमादयन्ताम् ओम प्रतिष्ठा. ओम कलशाधिष्ठित वरुणाराध्य वाहित देवताभ्यो नमः. ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. Now 3 times water on the coconut. ओम एतानि पाद्यार्घाचमनीयस्तानि प्रणाचमनीयानि ओम भगवते श्री कलशाधिष्ठित वरुणाराध्य वाहित देवताभ्यो नमः. ओम इदं पादयोः पाद्यां समर्पयामि. हस्तयोरर्घ्यं अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि. मुखे आचमनीयं समर्पयामि. सर्वांगे स्नानियं जलं समर्पयामि. Take one narachari thread, red color thread, and on the coconut just tie with the coconut. Om vasoho pavitramasi satadharam vasoho pavitramasi sahasradharam devasatva savita punad vasoho pavitrena shatadharena supva kama dukshaha idam avastropa vastram samara payami. Then take the red color powder and each direction of the kalash, means 4 direction, 4 tilak. ओम पूर्वे ऋग्वेदाय नमः ऋग्वेदं संपूजयामि दक्षिणे यजुर्वेदाय नमः यजुर्वेदं संपूजयामि उत्तरे अथर्ववेदाय नमः अथर्ववेदं पश्चिमे सामवेदाय नमः सामवेदं संपूजयामि उत्तरे अथर्ववेदाय नमः अथर्ववेदं संपूजयामि अथर्ववेदं संपूजयामि. Now take the flower petals and rice in your hand and pray to the Lord Varun. Om Namo Namaste Spatika Prabhaya Suswetahārāya Sumangalāya Shupasahastaya Jakhasanāya Jaladhinathāya Namo Namaste Ashamani Namastobhyam Padmane Jeevanayaka Javad Pujam Karishyami Tavatvam Susthiro Bhava. Om Bhagavate Shri कलशाधिष्ठित वरुणाराध्यावाहित देवताभ्यो नमः. सकलोपचारार्थे गंधाक्षत पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि नमस्करोमि. Now use your both hand and gently hold the कलश in your hand. ओम भो ब्राह्मणाः मम सकल कुटुंबस्य सकल परिवार सहितस्य करिष्यमानाय सत्यनारायण पूजा कर्मांगतेन आशीर्वचनम् अपेक्षमानाय पुण्यं कल्याणं रिद्धिं स्वस्ति श्रीहि इति भवन्तु ब्रुवन्तु नः. ओम अस्तु पुण्याहम् अस्तु पुण्याहम् अस्तु पुण्याहम्. ओम कल्याणमस्तु ओम कल्याणमस्तु ओम कल्याणमस्तु. ओम कर्मरिद्धितां कर्मरिद्धितां कर्मरिद्धिताम्. ओम आयुष्यमते स्वस्ति आयुष्यमते स्वस्ति आयुष्यमते स्वस्ति. ओम अस्तु श्रीहि अस्तु श्रीहि अस्तु श्रीहि. Now the kalash, gently touch it on your forehead and if possible just on the right shoulder and just give it to me. Om Tadeva Laganam Sudidam Tadeva Tarabalam Chandrabalam Tadeva Vidyabalam Devabalam Tadeva Lakshmi Patete Griyugam Asmarami Labhastesham Jayastesham Udastesham Parajaya Jeshanindi Varashyamo Hridayastho Janardana Jatra Yogeshwara Krishno Jatra Partho Dhanurdhara Tatra Srira Vijora Bhutira Dravani Taravati Mama Ananya Shintayantu Mam Jejanaha Parivarase Esham Nityavitanam Yogashevam Mahamyaham. 1 spoon water in the copper plate Ananakritena Pujana Bhagavan Shri Kalasadhisthata Varunaratyavaya Devata Sahita Punyaha Vacham Devata Priyatam Namama Namama. Plate में सोपारी होती है.
Yeah.
Oh, so now we do the Navagraha Puja. You can see in one plate the one betel nut is there, right? So under the betel nut put one flower petal for the asana. If you need more flower petal, take it. Now take the one flower petal and a little bit rice in your hand. And now we are going to invoking the 9 planets, Navagraha. Om Brahma Murari Tripurantakari Bhanu Shashi Bhumi Suto Budhasya Guruscha Shukra Sanirahu Ketamaha Sarve Graha Shantikara Bhavantu Adityaya cha Somaya Mangalaya Budhaya cha Guru Shukra Sanibhyascha Rahave Ketave Namaha. Om Adityadi Navagrahadi Devatabhyo Namaha Dhyayami Avahayami Asthapayami Pujayami. Offer on the 9 planets, offer on the Supari. Now 4-time water, offer on the 9 planet. Om Etani Padyar Ghachamani Ashtani Purnachamaniani Om Bhurvaswa Bhagavate Shri Adityadi Navagrahadi Devatabhyo Namaha. Om Etani Padya Arghachamani Ashtani Punarachmaniani Samara Payami. 5-drop Panchamrita. Om Panchamatyah Saraswati Mapijanti Sasrotasah Saraswati to Panchadha So Dese Ahvasarita Panchamritam Mayanitam Payodade Kritam Madhu Sarakarayacha Samayuktam Snanartham Prati Grihatam Panchamrita Snaniyam Samara Payami. Then use the water. slowly water, pour it on the 9 planets. Om Japa Kusuma Sankasam Kashipeyam Mahabudim Tamorim Sarvapapaghnam Pranadosmi Divakaram Dadi Shankha Tusharabam Kshirodarana Vasambhavam Namami Shasanam Somam Sambhora Mukuta Bhushanam Dharani Garva Sambhutam Vidyutkanti Samaprabham Kumaram Sakyastam Cha Mangalam Pranamamyam Priyangu Kalikashamam Rupena Pratham Budham Somyam Somya Gunopetam Tam Budham Pranamamyam देवानां च ऋषीणां च गुरुं काञ्चन सन्निभं बुद्धिभूतं त्रिलोकेशं तं नमामि बृहस्पतिं हेमकुन्द मृणालाभं दैत्यानां परमं गुरुं सर्वशास्त्र प्रवक्तारं भार्गवं प्रणमाम्यहं नीलाञ्जन समाभासं रविपुत्रं यमाग्रजं छायां आर्तण्ड सम्भूतं तं नमामि शनिश्चरं अर्धकायं महावीर्यं चन्द्रादित्य विमर्दनं सिंहकाग्रव सम्भूतं तं राहुं प्रणमाम्यहं पलासपुष्प संकासं तारकाग्रहमस्तकं रौद्रं रौद्रात्मकं घोरं तं केतुं प्रणमाम्यहम् ओम भृगस्व भगवते श्री सूर्यादि नवग्रहादि देवताभ्यो नमः इदम् अमृतोदक अभिषेकम अर्पणमस्तु. Now use the water, clean him, wipe it, and dirty plate also. The water, put it in the empty bowl. ओम गंगे च जमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदे सिंधु कावेरी स्नानार्थम प्रतिगृह्यताम्. ओम भगवते श्री सूर्यादि नवग्रहादि देवताभ्यो नमः इदम् तीर्थोदक गंगोदक शुद्धोदक स्नानियम समर्पयामि. And in the plate. One petal. Now take one Nara Chadi, a sacred thread. Make a loop. Om शीतोष्णवा संत्रासं लज्जया रक्षण परम देहालंकरण वस्त्रमतः अतः शांतिं प्रयच्छमे. ओम भगवते श्री सूर्यादि नवग्रहादि देवताभ्यो नमः इदं वस्त्रोपवस्त्रं समर्पयामि. वस्त्रोपवस्त्रान्ते श्रीखंड चंद्रम. Now use all kind of powders and offer to नवग्रह. ओम कुमकुमं कामना दिव्यं कामदं काम शुभम कुंकुमिनार्चितो देव अतः शांतिं प्रयच्छमे. ओम मानस ओम सिंदूरम शोभनम रक्तम सौभाग्यम सुखवर्धनम सुभदम कामदम चैव सिंदूरम प्रति गृह्यताम्. अबीरम च गुलालम च चोभा चंदनमेव च अबीरेनार्चितो देव अतः शांतिं प्रयच्छमे. श्वेत चूर्णम रक्त चूर्णम हरिद्राम कुंकुमम तथा सिंदूरेनार्चितो देव अतः शांतिं प्रयच्छमे. Now take the flower and rice in your hand and do the final namaskar. ओम सूर्यः सौर्यमथेन्दुरोच्च पदवीं सनमंगला मंगलः सदबुद्धिं च बुधो गुरुश्च गुरुतां शुक्रं सुखं शंशनिः राहुर बाहुबलं करोतु सततं केतुं कुलस्योन्नतिं नित्यां प्रीतिकरा भवन्तु मम ते सर्वे अनुकूला ग्रहाः. ओम आदित्याय च सोमाय मंगलाय बुधाय च गुरु शुक्र शनिभ्यश्च राहवे केतवे नमः. ओम भगवते श्री आदित्यादि नवग्रहादि देवताभ्यो नमः. प्रार्थना पूर्वकं सकलोपचारार्थी गंधाक्षत पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि. Now take the plate, hold it and just touch it on your forehead. ओम मनोजूतरयुक्ताम आजिसे बृहस्पतिर्जगमिमन्तनुत्तुरिष्टं जगगुं समन्दात विश्वे देवास इह मादयन्ताम्. ओम प्रतिष्ठ. ओम भगवते श्री आदित्यादि नवग्रहादि देवताभ्यो नमः. Now you have one bigger plate, right? So now bigger plate, put it in the front of you. पान ले लीजिए उसमें से एक फूल की पत्ती अंदर में रखिए. वाह, ये आप मूर्ति रखो, बस एक ही फूल नहीं पकड़े। ये हमारे मगन भाई को दे दो, शालग्राम ना, शालग्राम again. Now we do our main puja. So before, whatever we did in that time, we followed the 5 steps. Now we will follow the 16th step, that is called source upchar. Take flower petal in your hand and little bit rice. Now we are going to invoke the goddess Mahalakshmi. ओम सरसिज निलये सरोजहस्ते धवलतरां शुक गंधमाल्य शोभे भगवती हरिवल्लभे मनोग्ने त्रिभुवन भूतिकरी प्रसीद मह्यम। ओम महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्। ओम भूर्भुवस्वः भगवत्यै श्री महालक्ष्म्यै नमः। ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि। Offer over there. Again, take the flower petal and rice. This time, now we are going to invoke the Lord Shri Satyanarayana Deva. Next shloka is also very common. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Subhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalayanam Yogibhiradhyana Gamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham Shashankha Chakram Sakirita Kundalam Sapita Vastram Sarasiruekshanam Sahara Vaksha Sthala Shobhita Kaustubham Namami Vishnum Shirasha Chaturbhujam. Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasva Bhagavate Sri Satyanarayanaya Namaha. Dhyayami Dhyana Puspam Samara Payami. Again take a little bit rice. Om Manojudra Jukta Majise Brahspatre Gamimantano Turistam Jagagum Samamam Dadatu Vishwe Deva Saiha Madayantam. Om Pratishtha. Om Bhagavate Sri Satyanarayana Namaha. Avahayami Avahanam Samara Payami. Avahanam Samarpayami. Then take one flower petal, it is for asana. Om Purukha Evedagum Sarvam Jadbhutam Jachabhavyam Utamretatva Shano Jadannena Tirohati. Om Bhagavate Sri Satyadevaya Namaha. Om Idam Asanam Puspasanam Samara Payami. Now take 1 spoon water and hold it in your hand. After the mantra, you have only the stone, right? So just put it on the stone, but you have the idol, so you can offer on his feet. It is called Padya. Om Etavanasya Mahimato Jayansha Purukha Padosya Viswabhutani Trapa Dasyamritam Devi. Om Bhurvasva Bhagavate Sri Satyanarayana Namaha. Om Idam Padayoha Padyam Samara Payami. Spoons. Padayoha Padyam Samara Payami. Again take water. This time little bit, just take 1 flower petal, little bit mix the turmeric powder, little bit akshata in the spoon. It is called Arghya. Tatripad Udait Purukha Padosyeha Bhavatpunah Tato Vikvam Vikramata Shashanana Shane Abhi. Om Bhagavate Sri Satyanarayana Namaha. Om Idam Hastayor Argyam Samarpayami. Again take the water. This time water goes in his mouth. And you just put it on the black color stone, okay? Om Tato Berad Jayata Verajo Adhipurukha Sajato Atyarichata Paschat Bhumi Madho Puraha. Om Bhagavate Sri Satyanarayana Namaha. Om Idam Mukhe Achmaniam Samara Payami. Again take the water. This time water goes on his head. ओम शुद्धवालः सर्वशुद्धवालो मणिवाल तदस्विनाः सेतः सेताक्षो वरुणस्ते रुद्राय पशुपतये कर्ण जामाप्लिप्ता रौद्रानभो रूपाः पार्जन्याः ओम भगवते श्री सत्यनारायणाय नमः इदं शुद्धोदक स्नानीयम् से समर्पयामि Arav ji say samarapayami. His name is Arav, so he's white, right? Now use the panchamrit. Generously put the panchamrit 5 times. Om Panchanadyah Saraswati Mapi Janti Sasrotasah Saraswati tu Panchadha Sodeshe Abhavat Sarita. Om Payodade Ghritam Chaiva Madhucha Sarakaranvitam Panchamritam Mayani Tam Shnanartham Prati Grihatam. Om Bhagavate Sri Satyanarayana Namaha Idam Panchamrita Panchamrita Chenat Panchamrita Snaniyam Samarapayami. 5 times. Now next 1 spoon water. Om Gange cha Jamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Snanartham Prati Grihatam. Om Bhagavate Sri Satyanarayana Namaha Suddhodak Snaniyam Samarpayami. Suddhodak Snanante. Put the little bit turmeric powder on his forehead. Little bit rice. Little bit flour. Saglopachararthe gandhakshata puspani samarpayami namaskaromi tatah abhishekam. Now a small water pot filled with the water. If you want water, just fill it. Now I'm going to chant the Purusha Shukta, and during this chanting, use the copper spoon and slowly pour the water. Okay? Ready? बोल श्री सत्यदेव भगवान की जय. हरि ओम. Can you like to chant? Your Purushukta and my Purushukta is little bit different, right? Okay. This time because you are here, chant.
Okay, 1 second.
Purushukta Sahasra Shirsha.
Yeah.
I am chanting from the Shukla Yajurveda. He is chanting from Krishna Yajurveda.
Yes,
So
right.
both are the Yajurveda. But difference is the Shukla and the Krishna, right? So what is the difference? Nothing is the difference. Difference is the Pada Bheda. Pada Bheda means few Padas. No, not pronunciation. Pronunciation is also a factor. The Pada means called the group of the words. That is called Pada.
last
Pachi Shabda hoy, Pachi Pada hoy, Pachi Vakya hoy. Right? So Pada Bheda. So only the Pada Bheda is the cause.
Okay.
Take the mic. Om Shri Satyadeva Bhagavan ki jai. Hari Om.
Om Sahasra Shirisha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhumim Vishwato Vrutva Atyadishta Dashangulam Purushaye Vedagam Sarvam Yadbhutam Yashabavyam Utamritta Sveshanah Yadannena Tirohati Etavanasya Mahima Ato Jaya Gumsha Purusha Padosya Vishwabhutani Tripadasyamritam Divi Tripadurvavutaid Purusha Padosyehamavad Punah Tato Vishwam Vyakramat Sasananashade Abhi Tasmat Virada Jayata Virajo Adipurusha Sajato Atyarichyata Pakshat Bhumimato Puraha Yad Purushena Avisha Deva Yajnamakanvata Vasanto Asya Sidajyam Grishma Yidma Sharadavihi Saptyasya Sanparidaya Trisapta Samidakritaha Deva Yajnam Tanvanaha Abandhan Purusham Pasham Tam Yajnam Barvishi Praukshan Purusham Jatamagrataha Tena Deva Ayajanta Sabhyarisyakshaye Tasmat Yajnat Sarvavutaha Sampradam Prishadajyam Pashugatagushyakreva Yavyan Aranyan Gramyakshaye Tasmat Yajnat Sarvavutaha Vichasamani Jagnire
छन्दागुंसि जग्निरेव तस्मात् यजुस्तस्मादजायत तस्मादक्ष्व अजायन्त एके चोपयादतः गावो हजग्निरेव तस्मात् तस्मात् जाता अजावयः यत्पुरुषं व्यददुः कतिजा व्यकल्पयन् मुखं किमस्य कौ बाहु कावूरो पादा उच्येते ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखमासीत् बाहो राजन्यकृतः ऊरु तदस्य ऐद्वैष्यः पद्यागुं शूद्रो अजायत चन्द्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षो सूर्यो अजायत मुखादिन्द्रस्नाग्रिक्ष प्राणाद् वायुरजायत नाभ्य आसीदन्तरिक्षम् शीर्ष्णोऽभ्यो समवर्तत पद्भ्यां भूमिर्दिशश्रोतात् तदा लोकागुम् अकल्पयन् वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमतस्तु पारे सर्वाणि रूपाणि विचित्य धीरः नामानि कृत्वा अभिवदन् यदास्ते दाता पुरस्तात् यमुदा जहार शक्र प्रविद्वान् प्रतिशच्य दस्रः तमेवं विद्वान् अमृत इव भवति नान्यपन्थ अयदान विद्यते यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजन्त देवाः तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् तेह नाकं महिमान सचन्ते यत्र पूर्वे साध्या सन्ति देवाः अद्भय सम्भूत पृथिव्यैरसा च विश्वकर्मण समवर्तदादि तस्य त्वष्टा विदधद्रूपमेति तत्पुरुषस्य विश्वमाजा नमग्रे वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् चवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विद्वान् अमृत इव भवति नान्यपन्थ विद्यते जनाय प्रदापति शरति गर्भे अन्तः अजायमानो बहुधा विजायते तस्य धीरा परिजानन्ति योनिम् मरीचीनां पदमिच्छन्ति वेतसः यो देवेभ्य आतपति यो देवानां पुरोहितः पूर्वो यो देवेभ्यो जातः नमो ब्राह्मये रुचं ब्राह्मं जनयन्तः देव अग्रे तदब्रुवन् यस्दैवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यात् तस्य देव असन्वशे रीक्षते लक्ष्मी च पत्न्यो अघोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपम् अश्विनो व्याक्तम् इष्टं मनीषान अमुं मनीषान सर्वं मनीषान तच्छम्यो रावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु मे शशं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Do you know where it is?
Yeah.
Look. अथ निर्माल्यं विसृज्य अमृतोदकाभिषेकमर्पणमस्तु अथ निर्माल्यं विसृज्य. Now take one flower petal from the water, from the Lord's feet. That is called nirmalya. Just little bit smell it, little bit touch it on your eyelid, little bit touch it on your forehead, and make one circle around your head and put it back, and then clean your hand. अथ निर्माल्यं विसृज्य सकल अरिष्ट निरसन मस्तु. हाथ धोई रखो, रखिए ना, कहीं रखिए. क्लीन द हैंड. चलो अब बड़े प्रेम से भगवान को स्नान कराइए. Now clean him, wipe him, clean the plate and put it back in the plate. The Jamuna Jalama Kesara Ghori Alake Hathe out Ange Lucia Puvastro Pilu Pitambar Pyarama Tel सुगंधी नाखी आपू वाकड़िया तुझ बालमा जमुना जलमा केसर घोरी स्नान कराऊं श्यामला कुम कुम केरू तिलक लगाऊं ते क्रम तारा बाल अलबेली आंखों माजू अंजन मारा बाल जमुना केसर घोरी स्नान कराऊं हंसती जाऊं बाटे छाटे नाची ऊँटों तालमा नजर न लागे श्याम सुंदर टपका करी दऊं गालमा जमुना जलमा केसर घोरी स्नान कराऊं श्यामला पगमा झांझर ऋण झुण बाजे करमा कंकन बालमा कंठे माला काने कुंडल चोरे चितरू चालमा जमुना जलमा। ये प्लेट इसमें खाली करिए ना, पानी वाली प्लेट। मला मोर मुकुट माथे पहराऊं आपू मुरली हाथ मोर मुकुट माथे पहराऊं आपू मुरली हाथ कृष्ण कृपालु निरखी शोभा वारी जाऊं बालमा जमुना जलमा घोरी स्नान कराऊं श्यामला दूध कटोरी भरी ने आपू पियो ने मारा ला दूध कटोरी भरी ने आपू पियो ने मारा श्यामला भक्त मुडलनी निरखी शोभा राखो चरणे श्यामला जमुना जलमा केसर घोरी स्नान कराऊं श्यामला। श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। चल हाँ अलका जी एक फूल पहले नीचे रखिए, 1 फ्लावर पेटल। देखिए फ्लावर पेटल भरी पड़ी है आपकी बाजू, उसके ऊपर शालग्राम रखिए। हाँ वेरी गुड। चल तुलसी दल है ना, तुलसी दल थोड़े थोड़े मगन दे दिया। चल अनंत अभी रखिए, पूजा थाली में रखिए। Take the one nara chadi, sacred thread, red color thread, नारा छड़ी कहूं छू बेन। हाँ ओम वसोह पवित्रमसि सतधारम वसोह पवित्रमसि सहस्रधारम देव सत्वा सविता पुनाद वसोह पवित्रेण शतधारेण सुक्वा काम दुक्षः यज्ञोपवीतां परमां पवित्रां प्रजापतिर्या सहजां पुरस्तात् आयुष्यमग्रयां प्रतिमां च शोभ्रां यज्ञोपवीतां बलमस्तु तेजः इमे यज्ञोपवीते बृहस्पति देवते ओम भृगस्व भगवते श्री सत्यदेवाय नमः इदं वस्त्र पूर्वकं यज्ञोपवीतं समर्पयामि। 1 spoon water in the another plate. ओम यज्ञोपवीतान्ते शुद्धाचमनीयं समर्पयामि। हाँ चल अब little bit turmeric powder. ओम मानस्तो केतनय मान आयुष मानो गोख मानो अश्वे शूरीरिख मानो वीरान रुद्रभामिनो बधिरवस्मन्तः सदमित्वा हवामहे। लिटिल बिट कुमकुम पाउडर। ओम कुमकुमं कामना दिव्यं कामनी कामदं शुभं कुमकुमेनार्चितो देव। Not all the powder, no, I didn't say that. Just follow the instruction. Yeah. I told you earlier we will follow the 16th step before we did 5 step. right? Panchopchar and Sorsopchar. So Panchopchar is the shorter than Sorsopchar, right? And Sorsopchar is shorter than Rajopchar, right? Kanku, chalo, now chokha, rice, akshata. ओम अक्षताश्च सुर श्रेष्ठ कुंकुमाक्ता सुशोभिता मया निवेदितो भक्त्या गृहाण परमेश्वर ओम इदम अक्षतम भगवते श्री सत्यदेवाय नमः अक्षतम समर्पयामि. Now take the flower petal in your puja thali and now we are going to recite the 108 names, so you need more petals. Do you have it? Yeah. When he says Namah, right, on each name, he is going to recite 108 names. How many names? 108, right? So we have to offer how many times? 108 times, right? The metro, chalo master. Ready? Okay. So just one family, just one person in the family. कोई भी एक दूसरे का हाथ लगाइए.
ओम सत्यदेवाय नमः. ओम सत्यात्मने नमः. ओम सत्यभूताय नमः. ओम सत्यपुरुषाय नमः. ओम सत्यनाथाय नमः. ओम सत्यसाक्षिणे नमः. ओम सत्ययोगाय नमः. ओम सत्यन्यायाय नमः. ओम सत्यज्ञानप्रियाय नमः. ओम सत्यनिधये नमः. ओम सत्यसंभवाय नमः. ओम सत्यप्रभवे नमः. ओम सत्येश्वराय नमः. ओम सत्यकामिने नमः. ओम सत्यपवित्राय नमः. ओम सत्यमंगलाय नमः. ओम सत्यकल्पाय नमः. ओम सत्यप्रजापतये नमः. ओम सत्यविक्रमाय नमः. ओम सत्यसिद्धाय नमः. ओम सत्याच्युताय नमः. ओम सत्यवीराय नमः. ओम सत्यबोधाय नमः. ओम सत्यधर्माय नमः. ओम सत्याग्रजाय नमः. ओम सत्यसंतुष्टाय नमः. ओम सत्यवराहाय नमः. ओम सत्यपरायणाय नमः. ओम सत्यपूर्णाय नमः. ओम सत्योषधाय नमः. ओम सत्यशाश्वताय नमः. ओम सत्यप्रवर्धनाय नमः. ओम सत्यविभवे नमः. ओम सत्यज्येष्ठाय नमः. ओम सत्यश्रेष्ठाय नमः. ओम सत्यविक्रमिणे नमः. ओम सत्यतन्विने नमः. ओम सत्यमेधाय नमः. ओम सत्यधीराय नमः. ओम सत्यकृतये नमः. ओम सत्यकलाय नमः. ओम सत्यवत्सलाय नमः. ओम सत्यवसवे नमः. ओम सत्यामोघाय नमः. ओम सत्यरुद्राय नमः. ओम सत्यब्रह्मणे नमः. ओम सत्यामृताय नमः. ओम सत्यवेदांगाय नमः. ओम सत्यचतुरात्मने नमः. ओम सत्यभोक्त्रे नमः. ओम सत्यशुचये नमः. ओम सत्यार्चिताय नमः. ओम सत्येन्द्रियाय नमः. ओम सत्यसंगाय नमः. ओम सत्यस्वर्गाय नमः. ओम सत्यनियमाय नमः. ओम सत्यवेदाय नमः. ओम सत्यवेद्याय नमः. ओम सत्यपीयूषाय नमः. ओम सत्यमयाय नमः. ओम सत्यमोहाय नमः. ओम सत्यसुंदराय नमः. ओम सत्यसागराय नमः. ओम सत्यपसे नमः. ओम सत्यसिंहाय नमः. ओम सत्यमृगाय नमः. ओम सत्वलोकपालकाय नमः. ओम सर्वस्थिताय नमः. ओम सत्यरक्षकाय नमः. ओम सत्यदिक्पालकाय नमः. ओम सत्यधनुर्धराय नमः. ओम सत्यभुजाय नमः. ओम सत्यवाक्याय नमः. ओम सत्यगुरवे नमः. ओम सत्यान्याय नमः. ओम सत्यसाक्षिणे नमः. ओम सत्यसंवृताय नमः. ओम सत्यसंप्रदायाय नमः. ओम सत्यवज्ञे नमः. ओम सत्यवायवे नमः. ओम सत्यशिक्षकाय नमः. ओम सत्यानंदाय नमः. ओम सत्यनीरजाय नमः. ओम सत्यश्रीपादाय नमः. ओम सत्यगुह्याय नमः. ओम सत्योदराय नमः. ओम सत्य हृदयाय नमः, ओम सत्य कमलाय नमः, ओम सत्यनालाय नमः, ओम सत्यहस्ताय नमः, ओम सत्यभागवे नमः, ओम सत्यजिह्वाय नमः, ओम सत्यमुख्याय नमः, ओम सत्यदृष्टाय नमः, ओम सत्यनायक, ओम सत्यनाशिकाय नमः, ओम सत्यश्रोत्रे नमः, ओम सत्यचक्षुषे नमः, ओम सत्यशिरसे नमः, ओम सत्यमुकुटाय नमः, ओम सत्याम्बराय नमः, ओम सत्याभरणाय नमः, ओम सत्यायुधाय नमः, ओम सत्यश्रीवल्लभाय नमः, ओम सत्यगुप्ताय नमः, ओम सत्यधृताय नमः, ओम सत्यभामावतारकाय नमः, ओम सत्यगृहरूपिणे नमः, ओम सत्यनारायण स्वामिने नमः, ओम नानाविध परिमल पत्र पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि।
Om Nana Parimala Patra Puspakshadanja Samarpayami. Now, if you have Tulsi leaf, just take it in your hand. Om Tulsi Mehema Rupam Cha Ratna Rupam Cha Manjarim Bhava Moksha Prajanityam Arpayami Haripriya Idam Tulsi Patram Bhagavate Sri Satyanarayanaya Namaha. Om Sevante Kava Kula Champaka Patalabjai पुन्नागजात करवीर रसाल पुष्पैः बिल्व प्रबाल तुलसी दल मंजरीभिः त्वं पूजयामि जगदेश्वर मे प्रसीद. Now all kind of powders, abir, gulal, lepatula, right? Om abiram chakula, om ahiriva bhogai paraye timba, om jayam hedim paribadhamana. Astagano Vishwa, Vayunani Vidwana Pumanapona Samaparipada Vishwata, Shweta Churanam, Rakta Churanam, Haridram, Kumkumam Tatha, Sindure Narchito Deva, Ataha Shantim Prayachame, Etani Nana Parimala Mangalika Sauvagya Dravyani, Samara Payami. Now 2 times water in the another plate. Om Brahmano Samukhamase Bahu Rajanya Katha Uru Tanasya Jadavashya Padhyagum Sudro Ajayata Om Chandrama Manasojata Chaksho Surjo Ajayata Srotad Vayascha Pranascha Mukhat Agnirajayata Dhupam Magrapayami Deepam Samdarshayami Dhup Deepante Suddhachamanim Samara Payami. You have banana leaf in your puja thali. Banana leaf जो फ्लोरिडा जी ने आया ना तो बनाना लीफ हाँ हाँ बहुत है बनाना लीफ और ट्री ना बनाना ट्री बहुत है केरानो गाछ
तुम लोग केरला जाके उधर बहुत होता है
हाँ
Kerala is known for that.
yeah. And do you have banana? You have it and your banana. છે તમારી પાસે એ બંને લઈ લો જે બી ફ્રૂટ છે એ લઈ લો કે all banana, right? Okay, and you have one extra supari in your puja temple. Now hold it in your hand and sprinkle a little bit water. Om Nabhya Asedantarikshakum Sheshnau Dyauhau Samavartata Padvyam Domirdesah Srota Tatha Lokam Akalpayanna Om Japurukhena Havikha Deva Jagyamatanvata Vasantosya Sedajyam Vresma Idmaha Sardhavihi Om Brahmasva Bhagavate Sri Satyanarayana Namaha Idam Rambha Phala Naivedyam Samarapayami Mukhvasarthe Pugi Phalatambulam Samarapayami in the plate. In this plate. Put it there. Samarapayami. Can be anywhere. Now offer them 5 times. Om Pranaya Swaha. Om Apanaya Swaha. Om Dhyanaya Swaha. Om Udanaya Swaha. Om Samanaya Swaha. 5 times water in the empty copper plate. Om Madhye Madhye Paniyam Samarpayami. उत्तरापोषणं समर्पयामि, हस्तप्रक्षालनं समर्पयामि, मुखप्रक्षालनं समर्पयामि, करोद्वरार्थे गन्धं समर्पयामि. Now take little bit rice, akshata chukha. Om hiranyagarbha samvartataग्रे bhutasajatah patireka asita sadadhara pravidyamute mam kasamai devaya havika videma. Idam dravadakhnam om bhagavate Shri Satyanarayana namah. Dravadakhnam samarapayami. Dravadakhnante pradakshana, 4-time pradakshana. Om je tirthani pracharanti srika hastani khangina ekagum sahasrayojane vadhanvani tanmasi. Idam mantra pradaksham samarapayami. Again take a flower petal and a rice in your hand and do the final namaskar. Om शशंख चक्रम सकिरीट कुंडलम सपीत वस्त्रम सरसीरुहेक्षणम सहार वक्षस्थल शोभित कौस्तुभम नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम. ओम अमोघम पुंडरीकाक्षम नृसिंहम दैत्यशूदनम हृषिकेशम जगन्नाथम वागीशम वरदायकम गुणत्रयम गुणातीतम गोविंदम गरुड़ध्वजम जनार्दनम जनानंदम जानकी वल्लभम जयम प्रणमामि सदा सत्यनारायण मतः परम. दुर्गमे विषमे घोरे शत्रुभे परिपीडिते विविधा आपत्सु दुष्टेषु तथा अन्येषु अपि यद्भयं नामानि एतानि संकीर्त्य ईप्सितं फलमाप्नुयात्. श्री सत्यनारायणं देवं वन्देऽहं कामदं प्रभुं लीलया च ततो विश्वं जेन तस्मै नमो नमः. ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्. ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः भगवते श्री सत्यनारायणाय नमः. इदं प्रार्थना पूर्वकं नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि. अनेन कृतेन पूजनेन भगवान् श्री सत्यनारायण देवता प्रियतां नमः. बोल श्री सत्यदेव भगवान की जय. Now Katha time story. So for the story, just take one flower petal in your hand. ये रहवा दो, भगवान ने आकर कथा सुनाइए ना. So Arab ji, I believe that you are in the high school. You are a good reader. Our English is not like that. Mr. Ji, open the flower petal in your hand. Om Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Naruttam Devim Saraswatim Chaiva Tato Jayamudirayeet. Atha Shri Satyanarayana Pratakatha Prathamo Adhyayah. Shri Vyaso Uvacha Ekada Naimisharanye Rishya Saunakadeh Prapuchurmuneha Sarve Sutam Pauranikam Khalu Rishya Uchu Bratena Tapsa Kimba Prathate Vanchitam Phalam Tat Sarvam Srutumichhami Kadhyasva Mahamune. Then Sutuvacha नारदे देव संपृष्टो भगवान कमलापति सुरत सैवथैवाह तस्रद्धम समाहिताः. Story of Lord Sri Satyanarayana Bhagavan, chapter 1. I put it near the mouth.
Once upon a time, while traveling three roads,
Slowly, sir. We are the
Yogi Raj Nadran
put the mic little.
Muni reached
Mrityuloka,
Mitraloka, planet Earth. He saw the human beings suffering immensely. He visited the abode of Lord Vishnu, who alone can relieve the mankind from the sufferings. There he met Almighty Lord Vishnu with 4 arms having Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma, wearing Tusti Mala in his neck. He started to pray and requested, "O Lord, you are the supreme power. Nothing can touch you. Not even wind or mind can get you. Your power is limitless. You know everything. You help our devotees to become their suffering and sorrows." Hearing all the pleadings of Sadhnu Narmuni, the Almighty Lord, Supreme Lord Vishnu, knowing everything, he asked Narad, "O Narad, why have you come to me and what do you want from me? Tell me, I want to hear the same from you." Yogiraj Narad Muni replied, "O Lord, I just went to Mitraloka, where I saw all kinds of human beings suffering and sorrow due to previous karma. O Lord, the Almighty, is there no way that the suffering becomes less, or is it possible that they get complete moksha from their sufferings? If so, please let us know. The Lord at once replied, O Narad, you have asked a very good question for the benefit of all humankind. To free mankind from all sufferings and to ultimately reach heaven, there is one vrit. And today I will tell you all about it. Anyone who does Shri Satyanarayana, Vir, and Puja prayer in the right way will get all the pleasures on earth and reach his goal. Yogi Raj Narad Mundi then asked, O Lord, has anybody kept this fast before? The vrit is done on which day and how exactly is it done? Please do let us know all the details. Whoever so does Bhagwan Shri Satyanarayana Katha with Brahmin and with his family will be relieved from his sufferings and sorrows, will be bestowed with increase in wealth and wisdom, will be blessed with children, get overall victory and increased devotion. For this prayer, one requires ripe bananas, ghee, milk, and chodi, made with wheat flour, ghee, and sugar. After the prayers, all present must have the prasad and then take their meals together and sing, praise, and chant mantras of Lord Satyanarayana. By doing this, their wishes will be fulfilled. This vrit in Kali gives the boon very quickly.
This chapter of Lord Sri Satyanarayana Swami is over. It is Sri Askanda Purane, Reva Khande, Sri Satyanarayana Pratkatayam Prathamo Adhyayah. Bol Sri Satyadeva Bhagavan ki Jai. So, flower was in your hand, right? That flower offered to the Bhagavanji and take the another petal. Now, chapter 2. Now, we will come back. Give. Athanyat sampravakshami. Now chapter 2.
The Lord said, O Narad, now I will tell you about the first person who did this fast. In a place named Sundar Kashipur, there used to live a very innocent Brahmin. In hunger and thirst, he used to roam for his daily bread. When the loving Lord saw the Brahmin in sorrow and begging daily, he took the disguise of an old Brahmin and asked him, Oh dear, why are you so sad? Please tell me all about your difficulties. Is there any way I could help you out? The Brahmin told the Lord, I am a poor Brahmin and I roam daily for bread. Do you know if there is any way to come out of all this sorrow? The old Brahmin and the Lord said, Lord Satyanarayana grants all the wishes of all the people. Dear Brahmin, that is why if you pray to him and keep his fast, you will overcome all your sorrow and get moksha. After telling him all the details of the prayer and the fast, the old Brahmin and the Lord disappeared. The Brahmin could not sleep that night. He kept thinking of the fast and the prayer which the Lord had asked him to do. In the morning, he woke up with the thought that anyhow he must do the prayer and went out for his bhiksha. On that day, the Brahmin got a lot of money from which he got all the necessary things for the prayer, called his family and did Lord Satyanarayana's prayer. By doing so, the Brahmin overcame all his sorrows and became rich. From that time onwards, he used to do the prayer every month without fail. In this way, whoever does the Lord Satyanarayana's prayer will get moksha. Anyone on the earth who does this prayer will be relieved from all sorrows. When Narad Muni noticed that the people on earth were eager to know about other people who kept their fast, he narrated another story. The same Brahmin, now a rich person, used to do the prayer every month without fail with his family. Once he was doing his prayer, a woodcutter passed from there. After keeping the bundle of wood outside the Brahmin's house, he went in for some water. The thirsty woodcutter saw Brahmin doing his prayers. he bowed down to the Brahmin and asked him, "Oh Brahmin, what are you doing? Please tell me all about it." The Brahmin replied, "To grant all the wishes of human beings, this fast and prayer is useful. I have acquired all the wealth and fame by doing this prayer of Lord Satyanarayana ji." After hearing about the prayer and drinking the water, the woodcutter felt happy. He ate the prasad and left for his house. Thinking of Lord Satyanarayana ji in his mind, he said, "Whatever today I get from selling the wood, I will also do this prayer." So thinking, he kept the bundle of wood on his head and left homewards. On the way home, he went roaming in Sundarnagar for selling the wood. On that day, he got 4 times more money than usual for the wood. Feeling happy, he went and brought all the necessary things for the prayers: ripe bananas, sugar, ghee, wheat flour, etc., and proceeded homewards. On reaching his house and after cleaning it, he called his family and did the prayer with due respect. The reward of the fast was that he became rich and had all the pleasures of the life of this earth, and in the end of his life, he went to heaven.
This chapter
This
of Lord
Lord
Sri Satyanarayana Swami is over. It is Sri Skanda Purane Reva Khande Sri Satyanarayana Pratyayam Dutiyo Adhyayah. बोल दे श्री सत्यदेव भगवान की जय। अथ तृतीयो अध्याय सुदुवाच पुराचा उल्काम खो नाम नितासिन महामतिः जितेन्द्रियः सत्यवादी जजौ देवालयं प्रति दिने दिने धनं दत्त्वा तुजान संतोषयत् सुधी। Chapter 3.
Chapter 3. Sadhuraj Narad said, "Oh dear people, now let me tell you another story. There was a king named Ulmahok. He was very wise. He would go daily to the temple and give donations to the Brahmins. His wife was a pious and beautiful lady. At the banks of Madhushala river one day, when they were doing Lord Satyanarayana's prayer, a wealthy businessman was passing from there. He anchored his boat and went up to the king and asked him, "Oh king, what are you doing with so much bhakti? I wish to know, please tell me all about it." The king replied, "O merchant, I am praying to the great Almighty, the boon giver Lord Satyanarayana ji, for a son." The merchant, on hearing this, requested the king to tell him all about the fast and prayer, as he was childless too. The king told him the full details of the prayer and fast. After hearing all the details, he decided in his mind to keep this fast. The merchant then left homewards. On reaching home, he told his wife Lilavati all about the fast and the prayer and said, "We will do this fast when we get a child." One day, with the grace of Lord Satyanarayana ji, his wife became pregnant. In 10 months' time, she gave birth to a beautiful daughter. They named her Kalavati. Days passed by. One day, Lilavati slowly and sweetly reminded her husband about the prayer and fast and requested him to fulfill his promise. The merchant told his wife that during the time of Kalavati's wedding, it would be easy to observe the same, for, for at the moment he was busy in his business. So saying, he left for his business trip to various villages. Kalavati grew up to a beautiful girl. When the merchant saw that his daughter was marriageable age, he called the matchmaker and requested him to search an equal match for his daughter. Hearing the merchant's request, the matchmaker reached Kanchannagar. From there, he brought the proposal of a young, handsome boy. The merchant liked the proposal, for the boy had all good qualities too. He then spoke to the boy's parents and fixed his daughter's marriage. The marriage was done with all the religious ceremonies and rituals. Unfortunately, the merchant forgot all about his promise to do Lord Satyanarayana's prayers and fast. The Lord got angry at the false promise made by the merchant. The merchant, after a few days, left for his business trip with his son-in-law. They anchored the boat in a beautiful village named Ratnapur. In these days, the king Chandraketu used to rule the village. The Lord was angry with the merchant was a false promise made by him, and so he wanted to teach him a lesson. One day the thieves robbed the wealth of the king, and they went and stayed where the merchant was staying. Seeing the guards following them, they left all the loot over there where the merchant was staying and hid themselves. When the guards reached the merchant's place, they saw all the king's wealth. Thinking them to be robbers, they handcuffed the merchant and his son in law and took them to the king and told him that they were responsible for the theft. The king, without questioning or listening to them, ordered to put them in a dark cell. Due to Lord Satyanarayana's maya, nobody heard them. Even their wealth was confiscated by the king. At the merchant's house, the thieves robbed all their wealth, and his wife and daughter had to beg their daily bread. One day, begging for food, Kalavati reached a Brahmin house where at that time Lord Satyanarayana's puja was going on. After listening to the prayer and taking the prasad, she left for home. By that time, it had become dark. Lilavati was worried. She asked her daughter Kalavati, "Why are you so late?" To which Kalavati told her mother, "Oh mother, today in a Brahmin's house I heard a prayer. By doing this prayer and fast, all your wishes get fulfilled." On hearing this, Lilavati started doing all the preparation for the prayer for Lord Satyanarayana ji. She did the fast and prayer and asked the Lord for forgiveness and prayed that her husband and her son-in-law should return home safely. Lord Satyanarayana was pleased with the prayer and the fast. One day, he told King Chandraketu in his dream, "O king, you must release the merchant and son-in-law from the dark cell. Tomorrow morning, give them their wealth and set them free. If you do not do so, your kingdom will be destroyed." In the morning, king called the court people and told them about the dream. The court people, after hearing all the dream, came to the conclusion to free the merchant and his son-in-law. They asked the guard to bring the prisoners from the dark cell. King Chandraketu gave them good clothes, all the wealth, and plus some more, set item free. The king told them that due to their wrongdoing, they had to undergo this suffering. But now there was nothing to fear, and they would go back home. They bowed down to the king and left homeward. This chapter of Lord
Satyanarayana Swami
Satyanarayana
Yovariti Sri Skanda Purane Reva Khande Sri Satyanarayana Praskathayam Tritiyo Adhyaya Bole Sri Satyadeva Bhagavan Ki Jai Atha Chaturthodhyaya Sutuvacha Yatra Tu Kritavana Sadhur Mangalayana Purvikam ब्राह्मणेभ्यो धनं दत्त्वा तदातु नगरं जयौ कियद्दूरे गते साधो सत्यनारायणः प्रभो जिज्ञासां कृतवान् साधौ किमस्ति तव नौ स्थितम् now chapter 4 we get more practice.
Suji said the merchant prayed first and then gave some money to the Brahmin before starting a journey homewards. When they went a little further, Lord Satyanarayana wanted to test them. He took the disguise of an old man and went out to the merchant and asked him, "What is in your boat? Give me a little from here." In his ego and pride, the merchant replied, "Oh, old man, we have nothing in our boat except hay and leaves." On hearing such harsh words of the merchant, the old Lord said, "Your words will be true." So saying, he went from there and sat on the bank of the river. When the Lord went away, the boat started to rise higher in the water. The merchant was surprised at this. When he went to check in the boat, he saw that the boat was filled with leaves and hay only. Seeing this, he fainted. When he came to his senses, he was very much worried. He said, "How could this happen?" At this, his son-in-law told him, "Do not cry over this. All has happened because you spoke harshly to the old man and lied to him. Still, nothing is lost. You can go back to him and ask him for forgiveness, and he will set everything right." The merchant, after hearing the words of his son-in-law, and went in search of the old man. He bowed down before him, and with respect he said, "Oh Lord, please forgive me for the false, harsh words that I have spoken to you." So saying, He bowed down with tears of sorrow in his eyes. When the Lord saw the merchant in a state of sorrowness and crying for forgiveness, he said, "Do not cry. Listen to me. O foolish person, due to your false promise, you have seen all sorrow and suffering." On hearing the Lord say this, the merchant said, "O Lord, nobody can recognize your Maya. Not even the gods or Brahmins know your ways and forms. I promise that I will pray to you." So saying, he asked for forgiveness. He said, "Please forgive me and let my boat be filled with wealth once again, like before." On hearing the merchant's words filled with bhakti, the Lord was happy and he fulfilled his wish. When the merchant mounted his boat and saw it full with wealth again, he thanked the Lord and said, "With Lord Satyanarayana Ji's grace, my wish is fulfilled. When I reach home, I will do this prayer and fast." So saying, he left homewards. When the merchant saw that his hometown, Ratanpur, is nearing, he sent a messenger in advance to his home to inform his wife and daughter of his homecoming. The messenger, on reaching the merchant's house, bowed down to the merchant's wife and gave them the most awaited news that the merchant and his son-in-law had reached Ratanpur. Lilavati had just finished doing her Satyanarayana puja. She told her daughter to finish doing the prayer and then came and received her husband and her father. Kalavati finished doing her quickly and without taking the prasad left to meet her husband. The Lord got angry at her behavior, so he drowned her husband with the boat. When Kalavati did not see her husband, she was shocked and she fainted on the floor. On seeing his daughter in the state of affairs and sudden disappearance of the boat, the merchant was shocked. He prayed to Lord Satyanarayana and asked him for forgiveness and prayed to the Lord to take them out of this difficulty. The Lord then made an announcement: "O merchant, your daughter, in a hurry to meet her husband, has left my prasad. Hence, you cannot see her husband. Now, when she goes back and takes the prasad with due respect and then returns, only then she will see her husband." On hearing the voice, Kalavati ran home, ate the prasad, and came back and met her husband. When the merchant saw this, he was very happy. The merchant then did Lord Satyanarayana's prayers and fast with his family every month. Finally, he had all the pleasures of life, and after death he went to heaven.
This chapter of Lord Sri Satyanarayana Swami is over in the Sri Skandapurane Reva Khande Sri Satyanarayana Pratkatayam Panchamo Adhyayah. Bol the Sri Chaturtho Adhyayah. इसको बोलते हैं जजमान, है ना? या पकड़े ना पृष्ठ की गलती, एकदम बिल्कुल सही बात। नाव पाछड़ा। Chal. Thank you, Ansar. Now, chapter 5. Again, take flower petal. This is the last chapter. Now, chapter 5. Surji said, "O people, listen further to another story. A king named Tungadhwaja was famous for his generosity to his subjects, but he had to suffer a lot due to the disrespect he had shown to the prayer of Lord Sri Satyanarayana Ji and his prasad, which he did not accept when it was offered to him. One day, when hunting in a forest, he sat down under a tree. There he saw a few villagers doing the prayer of Lord Sri Satyanarayana Ji. The king saw all this, but due to his false ego, neither did he join them nor bow down to the idol of the Lord. When the villagers gave him the prasad, he did not accept it and went away from there." So when the king reached his kingdom, he saw that everything was destroyed. All his 100 sons were lying dead on the floor. The king realized that this had happened all due to his false ego. So thinking, he started walking towards the place where the villagers were doing their prayers. There with them, he did the prayers of Lord Sri Satyanarayana Ji and had the prasad and charnamrita and put it in all his sons' mouth. By doing this, all his sons became all right. He got back all his wealth and comforts of life, and finally, in the end, after he died, he went to heaven. Anybody who keeps this fast with full faith and recite the prayers of Lord Sri Satyanarayana Ji, all his wishes will be fulfilled.
with the grace of the Lord, he will get eternity. The wealthless will receive wealth and will go to heaven and finally will come out of the circle of the birth and death. In this way, whoever does Bhagavan Sri Satyanarayana's prayer will be free from all sorrows and will ultimately reach heaven and get a moksha. This chapter of Lord Sri Satyanarayana Swami is over. It is Shri Skanda Purane Reva Khande Sri Satyanarayana Pratakthayam Panchamo Adhyaya. Bol Sri Satyadeva Bhagavan ki Achyutam Keshavam Sri Rama Narayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Sri Ram Madhavam Sri Gotika Vallabham Janaki Nayakam Sri Ramachandram Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Oh, Sri Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki Jai. So now, before Aarti is the last step in the path.
સત્યનારાયણ દેવ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ દૂધનો તોકન સાર કર્યો છે દૂધનો તોકન સાર કર્યો છે આરોગો સત્ય દેવ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ સ્વાદિષ્ટ સુંદર મેવો સુધાર્યો સ્વાદિષ્ટ સુંદર મેવો સુધાર્યો વાલ ધરીને વિવેક દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ મંડપ રચ્યો શોભિત સારો મંડપ રચ્યો શોભિત સારો પુષ્પ સુગંધી મેં દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ ભક્તાધીન પ્રભુ આપ કહેવાણા ભક્તાધીન પ્રભુ આપ કહેવાણા ભક્તો કરે નિત્ય સેવ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ કલયુગે તમો સત્ય કહેવાણા કલયુગે તમો સત્ય કહેવાણા કરો છો કુશળ ક્ષેમ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ દાસના દાસની એવી વિનંતી દાસના દાસની એવી વિનંતી વ્રત કરેલું બહુ સહેલ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ દયાળુ પ્રભુ સત્યનારાયણ દેવ શ્રી સત્યનારાયણ દેવ કી જય.
Now all the puja sponsors, participants, please come in the prayer hall. Now we have Aarti. Om Mitagum Havihi Prajanam Me Astuta Saviragum Sarvaganakum Swastai Atma Sani Prajasani Pasusani Dotasanya Vayasani Agnittaya Bahuram Me Karupurnam Payuretu Snasudasta. Om Jaya Jagadish Hare Swami Jaya Jagadish Hare
के संकट जाने दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जो गावे फल पावे, दुख बिनसे मन का स्वामी, दुख बिनसे मन का सुख संपत्ति कर आवे, सुख संपत्ति कर आवे, स्वामी के समता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण पड़ू मैं किसके, स्वामी शरण पड़ू मैं किसकी, तुम बिन और न दूजा, प्रभु बिन और न दूजा, आस करूं मैं किसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी, स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी, परमेश्वर, ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता, स्वामी तुम पालन करता। मैं मूरख फल स्वामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, कृपा करो बरसा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम गोरे सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति, तुमको मैं तुमकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, दीनबंधु दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे, स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। अपने हाथ उठाओ, करुणा हाथ बढ़ाओ, द्वार परम तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा, स्वामी पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ, संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तन मन धन सब कुछ है तेरा, स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा। तेरा तुझको अर्पण, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, क्या लागे मेरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम, संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम, सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे, भवं भवामि सहितं नमामि। मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु, मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज, मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्षो, मङ्गलाय तनोहरि। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके, शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते, नारायणी नमोस्तुते। यानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्तु प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे ॐ प्राणाय स्वाहा ॐ अपानाय स्वाहा ॐ ज्ञानाय स्वाहा ॐ दानाय स्वाहा ॐ समानाय स्वाहा ॐ सहनां भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णदमुच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्
महाराज की श्री पवन सुत हनुमान की श्री अम्बे माता की श्री बालकृष्ण की श्री गिरिराज धरण की श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की श्री सत्यदेव भगवान की श्री श्यामति रामचंद्र भगवान की श्री उमापति महादेव की हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव।
Thank you, everyone. And online devotees, take online live Aarti. And we have Mahaprasada downstairs. So after the puja, after taking the Aarti, please go downstairs and take the Mahaprasada. Thank you, everyone.
आरती
आरती ले
आरती माते नीचे नीचे and volunteers, if you go down, we have few items here. If you go down. Now, अब दूध लेता जाओ डाउनस्टेयर। All the vessels you can get it at the downstairs. Singh ji, oh Singh ji.
Please help person helmet.
This one also everything. Om Namo Brahmane Devaya आवाज ये है ना अलार्म के नाम लिखा है फोन नंबर एड्रेस बता है and puja is sponsored. Do not forget to take your prasad. Your prasad is in your puja thali.
पूजा थाली क्या है?
Yes.
पूजा थाली
Jai Shri Krishna.
You can take this one.
जय जय श्री रणछोड़ रामचंद्र
की जय।
महादेव
की जय।
बोलो रे भाई संतन की
जय।
जय जय
की जय। Arab, this is your prasad. Okay? इसमें क्या कैश है चेक है क्या कैश है नाम लिख दिया ना हाँ उसमें डाल देना
Put it in this box.
बॉक्स में डाल
बॉक्स में डाल
everybody go downstairs to eat
आपकी बर्तन सब नीचे। Here, one part of the.
मेरा
चलिए नीचे चलते हैं।
ये प्रसाद आके ले लें क्या?
क्या?
अभी रहेगा ना यहाँ पे?
सब रखे, सब रखे। पहले महाप्रसाद लीजिए। क्या?